why do I still like this show? Oh well, it's it's got good characters, good stories, and of course the soundtrack is, well, the thing that makes the show stand out amongst all others. But yeah, things have been really screwy with this show recently, and I'm going into why. Oh boy. Yeah. So first of all, hi. um, yeah, sorry I didn't say that sooner, but I just wanted to start things off with the main, with something to explain the topic at hand. So just grab one of my DVDs for the show. Anyway, yeah, the Raccoons. Recently, this is only affecting us here in the UK, by the way. It shouldn't affect anyone else anywhere. Yeah, anyone else anywhere. Anyone else. It shouldn't affect. Oh, sorry, this is all completely unscripted. And also, my apologies if I cough every now and then. I'm still fighting a cold at the moment. But anyway, yeah, this is only really affecting the UK. Recently, the Raccoons has been added to the streaming service ITVX, which first of all is ironic because the Raccoons has often been a BBC show. Yeah, for years. Trying to think. I'm guessing ever since 1981. Say like there'll be about a year delay, or may have only been perhaps only a couple of weeks. I don't know. Anyway, they would have aired the specials, and then they would later air the TV series, which would have gone on to about, as far as I remember, I think it was around 2003. Yeah. Oh yeah, the BBC, they would have repeated the heck out of the Raccoons over the years, and yeah. Oh yeah, the BBC. There's a bit of a joke here in the UK saying that they air the repeats before the actual program. Yeah, and the Raccoons was definitely no exception in that regard. But yeah, so the Raccoons have been on British television on the BBC for years. The only other time which they weren't was when they got picked up by Boomerang, which was Cartoon Network's channel for a lot more older shows. So yeah, they got picked up by them for a little while. For a little while. And oddly enough, they only aired about half the series, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, they also aired it in other countries, such as Poland, in like their dubbed version. I don't know if they. I don't know if they aired the whole series or if they just did what they did in the UK and only aired half. I don't know. It's strange. Yeah, the Raccoons has had a bit of a turbulent distribution in English territories, especially, and even in Canada, of all places. You know, their home country. Still to this day, Canada has not seen a full release of the Raccoons on physical media. They did have a few DVDs, which are definitely sought after now because the menus featured Len Carlson reprising his role as good old Bert here. For the DVD menus. In fact, that was the last time he did it before he tragically died of a heart attack in 2006. So yeah, but the DVDs themselves was not a complete series. The first few DVDs were of season 2, which was all 9 out of 10 episodes. Yeah, season 2 is only 10 episodes. So they only had 9 out of 10 episodes on porn DVD, and then the following 3 discs after that is the first 9 episodes out of 13 for season 3. And this one here is season 1. Season 1 was never released on DVD in Canada. Got no idea why. And then, of course, here in the UK, we, of course, had season 1. This was released around the time where the Raccoons was being aired on Boomerang. But yeah, we had season 1. then a year later, we got season 2 released. The reason why we had to wait a while was because Fabulous Films, the distributor here, and they still do DVDs to this day. They actually recently re-released He-Man and She-Ra on DVD. So yeah, and of course they've also done. I've just got it here. The complete series for Defenders of the Earth. See right there. Ironically enough, this was also a CBBC, or this was also aired on CBBC as well. Ironically enough, He-Man and She-Ra, they were ITV, but that's beside the point. I'm sorry, I'm going off track. But anyway, yeah, they so yeah, a year later we had season 2, and then that's it. We didn't get any more DVD releases. They did in Germany. They actually had all 5 seasons released in a complete series set, and the specials were released as well. But the DVDs are only in German, and the German distributor can, quite frankly, go leap off a giant cliff. Oh dear, but that's for reasons I will get into in a bit. But yeah, needless to say, stuff happened. So I was just clearing the dust off the DVDs there. Anyway, so yeah, a bit of a turbulent distribution history for the Raccoons. So yeah, Canada, they only got most of season 2 and a good portion of season 3, but not season 1, 4, 5, or the specials. Here in the UK, we only got seasons 1 and 2. By the way, yes, this is complete. This is all 10 episodes. So there you go. Oh, and the other reason why this took a year was because they wanted to... Fabulous Films, this was just trying to go on there. They wanted for clearance for a particular special feature so they can use that. And it kind of looked a little bit behind the scenes of the show. And they also had like a showcase of all the different merchandise. So yeah, the Raccoons actually had quite a bit of merchandise. But a lot of it, though, was exclusive to Canada. But when the Raccoons was being released on video here in the UK at this point by Picture Music International, which is or PMI, which is the video distribution branch of EMI, you know, the famous British music record company. Yeah, they had a little order form that you can send off for some of these Raccoons merchandise. So that was when the videos were released back in the day. But anyway, yeah, so very turbulent history. So yeah, Canada only got a bit of it. We only got a bit of it, and that was it. I don't know about France because this is a Canadian show, you'd think obviously it would also be big in France. Mind you, I hadn't actually gone out of my way to look for any French releases, but there you go. But anyway, I have to get to the point. I'm rambling on. It's 8 minutes in. I have to get to the point. I do apologise. Anyway, ITVX has recently started, had the Raccoons episodes on their service. However, it wasn't until I just recently got a smart TV and just checked, because I reminded myself, oh yeah, the Raccoons are supposed to be on ITVX. So I went through ITVX just to look, try and find it in the main kids section, and lo and behold, I couldn't find it. I was like, okay, did they take it off? What, wasn't it getting enough viewership, so they took it off, whatever. So what I did was I did a main search of the whole service, and lo and behold, I found it. And then I found out that it's only available through Premium. Yeah, it's only available through ITVX Premium, which means people will have to pay for it. Yeah, the premium version of ITVX means you can stream all of the programs they got on there without any adverts playing in between or before, after programs and such. So yeah, it's pretty much like YouTube Premium. You pay them a monthly fee and you don't have to deal with adverts. That's basically the same thing here with ITVX Premium. But it is stupid to make the show, The Raccoons, exclusive to ITVX through their premium service. It's stupid. And do you know why it's stupid? Well, I mean, it's an older show, but come on. I mean, that's why these adverts, exist, to pay for the program being streamed? Why isn't it available for free? And what's more annoying is this show can be seen for free here in the UK on YouTube. There is a channel called Run With Us Productions, of which, as far as I'm aware, it is the official channel ran by, Kevin Gillis and friends. Kevin Gillis, of course, being the creator of the show. And yeah, you can watch all 60 episodes of the series, all 5 seasons, and the 4 specials completely free. Okay, you might have to deal with adverts, unless, of course, you sign up for YouTube Premium, ironically enough. But for the most part, with YouTube adverts, they usually either last about 5 seconds, or after 5 seconds you can skip them. Very rarely would they go more than that. You might get an ad which is unskippable for about 10 seconds. Sometimes it happens, but you can always hit refresh. But then you probably had another advert, so you'd have to hit refresh again, or how many times it takes. But then you'd have like more ads later on. But usually they, I think after a while they tend to get the message and only give you like the shorter ones. So yeah, but that's enough for to meet their ad revenue and such. And enough for you to keep enjoying watching the content for free. But that's my point, though. It's regardless if it's ads or not. I said if you choose to go premium on YouTube, that's your choice. But for the most part, it is available free on YouTube in the UK. So why are you charging people for it on ITVX? It's really stupid, and just further proof that, Kevin Gillis is indeed Cyril Sneer. This guy, in case you're wondering. Aardvark, obsessed with money. Dearie me. It's it's pretty bad, really is. Although at first, the YouTube stuff, I think, was geo-blocked. But at least at first, but then like a couple of months later, they de-geo-blocked everything, so you can watch everything now for free. And also, they started uploading episodes of the Raccoons in other languages on that same channel. Like I think they had some Dutch episodes and I think some German ones. Not the whole series at the moment. They're probably like slowly but surely going through the entire series. Again, no French. Because, again, Canada's official languages are English and French. Surprised they haven't uploaded the French version. Although, mind you, they probably have. Again, I haven't really been looking for the Raccoons in French. Was it? I think something like de les Raccoons or something like that in French. But no, I haven't actually been looking for that. But they may have done. It might be a separate channel, one for French stuff. But here you are. Oh, and that's another thing. Yeah, that Run With Us Productions channel also has a lot of some of the stuff that Kevin Gillis also worked on, like his Nutcracker Suit movie and stuff like that. Yeah. And while we're on the topic of that, my other gripe about that, which is a lot more personal. So yeah, that was stupid in regard to the whole ITVX premium thing. Just make it free, for crying out loud. It's free on YouTube. It should be free on ITVX. That's my only gripe about that. I mean, again, you may have to deal with adverts on YouTube, but at least with YouTube, like I said, you can skip them after about 5 seconds for the most part, or they only last 5 seconds. I mean, if I have like 2 adverts which both last 5 seconds, that's fine. It's 5 seconds. It's not going to be that long. In 10 seconds, just go just like that. Not an issue. But anyway, yeah, the other thing that has happened, which I said is a lot more personal. I may have mentioned this before, but if not, I'll mention it again. Back in 2000, I'm going to say 2007, 8. So yeah, around the time that the show was being aired on Boomerang and when we got the DVDs, around that time at least. Yeah, I made a fan-made music video to the Raccoons using the theme song Run With Us from the show. Using as much footage as I could at the time. There was, I don't know if it still exists, it might do, I haven't checked, but there is or was a webpage called the Unofficial Raccoons fan site, and that had not all but some of the episodes and specials available for download. So of course I downloaded them, and then I put together the music video from the footage, and of course the ROM reverse MP3 again from the same site. Just and upload it onto YouTube. Showing off the fact that I'm a Raccoons fan and wanted to express myself in that regard. Back in the days when Windows Movie Maker was actually user friendly. well, apart from the sudden moments where it would freeze, but then it would unfreeze and stuff. We all know how it was, back in the day with Movie Maker. I don't know if I'm not going to go into if movie. And actually, no, I think it's practically gotten more worse and worse as time went on. Actually, which resulted in people using other video editing programs. Like Sony Vegas, I think, being the big one. But anyway, I made it with Windows Movie Maker back in the day and such. So but that was on my YouTube channel years ago. After I've made it, uploaded it, and lots of people enjoyed it. Well, all except for the company that distributed the German DVDs, as I've previously mentioned earlier. So no, it wasn't anything to do with Fabulous Films or anything like that. I think, this was sometime afterwards. So it had nothing to do with Fabulous Films. They weren't the one that made this claim. It was the German DVD company, who I can't remember their name, and regardless if I did remember their name, I'm not going to mention it here because, they shouldn't have made a claim, basically. They were getting too big for their britches. They only had the rights to distribute the Raccoons on DVD in Germany. They didn't have worldwide control or anything like that. Or I think they assumed that they had worldwide control. That's why they decided to attack an English version of the song from the show that they were distributing. And they made a claim, and the video got taken down. I wasn't able to do anything because obviously I wasn't the actual rights holder. Of course, Evergreen Raccoon. If it was Evergreen Raccoons Marketing or anyway, the actual rights holder. If it was the actual rights holder, if it was like Kevin Gillis or whatever, if they made a claim, fair enough. It would be. It would still be a shame if that were to happen because it's just a fan made video made for free, or whatever. But it would have been understandable because, it's their property after all. I kind of, did this without anyone's consent. It's just a fan project and such. So that would have understood if it came from the official people that owned the rights to it. Fine, but no, it was a German DVD distribution company. That was what was annoying about it all. It really was. Then, to make things more doubly annoying, someone took my video and re-uploaded it onto YouTube. I'm not going to mention their name. But fortunately, when I called them up on it, when I mentioned, when I found the video, sorry, again, I'm finding a cold. But when I found the video, I mentioned that I was the one who created it. And but one thing they kept in, actually, which I'm very thankful to my past self for doing this, is at the end of the video, I actually gave proper credit to everyone involved at the time. Lisa Lougheed for singing the song, Evergreen Raccoons Marketing Incorporated. At the time, that was the company who owned the rights to it. So basically, Evergreen Raccoons Marketing Incorporated. Before they became Skywriter Media, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's called now, but anyway, it's a company that Gillis still has for an investment in. So I gave credit to everyone was due, and of course I gave credit to myself, created by David Monid. And I said, very glad I did that because the person who re-uploaded my video kept that in. So, ha! So people will know it's by me and not by you who re-uploaded it without, my consent or anything like that, or to my knowledge, until I found it, stumbled upon it one day. That was annoying, but Oh well, oh well. So what can you do? But then I rediscovered it got re-uploaded again. This time by that Run With Us Productions YouTube channel. Yeah, the official YouTube channel that owns this and has uploaded it onto YouTube has now took my fan-made video and have uploaded it onto their channel. Yeah. So you're welcome, Kevin Gillis, for the free publicity. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. Oh, and by the way, yeah, I was going to comment on it, but they marked it as made for kids, and because of the YouTube system, because it is made for kids, I can't leave a comment. Yeah, you can like it, but or dislike it or whatever, but you can't leave a comment. So there you go. So yeah, sorry. So about 15 years later, I was going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so about roughly 15 years later, after I've made that video, it's now been officially used by the people who made the show. So yeah, but again, much like that other guy who re-uploaded it, they didn't edit out the bit at the end where I added my name. So once again, you're welcome. Oh, but seriously though, I'm not doing this for the money. Obviously not. It's not my property. I don't want to make money off of this. Of course not. I'd rather, give my money to them to help support official releases like this. But not to ITVX, because that is absolutely ridiculous when people can watch the show for free on YouTube. Dearie me, just think these things through first. But I don't think, I don't think the people behind it all really thought this through. Not really. Yeah. Oh, I've completely lost my train of thought. But yeah, but no, I'm not in it for the money. But I just would have liked to been credited, like fan-made video made by this David Monid guy. Not on this David Monid guy, but because it's my name is on the video, for crying out loud. You could just said fan-made video made by David Monid. That would have been it. That would have been fine. That would have been absolutely fine. I would have been, I would have been real chuffed with that. I'm thinking, oh wow, my video is finally being noticed by these people. But it wasn't until like last night I found that out when I was double checking some stuff in regards to the ITVX issue, and I found, what's this? Hang on, this can't be my music video, couldn't it? And of course, yeah, it's had the all the effects from Windows Movie Maker. It's got the thing at the end, the fact that a lot of the footage came from episodes that were recorded off the APTN. That's a native Canadian television network, which also aired the show. CBC was the main one that aired it, but then it got sold later on and be syndicated to other local Canadian stations and all that, and of course that being one of them. But yeah, that was actually the one thing I kind of noticed, thinking, no, this isn't my music video, is it? And of course I checked and thinking, oh, it is. And they still kept the bit with my name in, so yeah. So like I said, that's twice now the video has slipped through my hands, so great. But again, it just would have been nice just to get some acknowledgement, for crying out loud. That's all I'm asking. That's all. Not money, nothing official. I don't want like an under the table payment going, oh yeah, here you go, or anything like that. No. And I said, I'm not doing it for the money. I did it because I was a fan of the show, and to get some exposure. This was big. The late 2000s was big. We thought that the Raccoons was finally going to get a proper full-on like DVD release, and that could have led on to stuff like a release of the soundtracks from the show, from the specials and from the TV series. The TV series especially had many songs which have been unreleased. Only a handful of songs, of course, were released on that Evergreen Nights album, which was only recently been reissued twice by Back to Analog Records, but they've, as far as I'm aware, have lost the rights now to that. So it'll be some time before we might see that. I know a friend of mine actually wanted the soundtrack on CD, of all things, but and obviously they being like Gillis and Friends, Run With Us Productions, whatever, they would have I'm pretty sure they would have had like the masters stored either like on tape or through a digital source or something. But yeah, which they hopefully they could do it like that. But yeah, Back to Analog obviously would specialise in vinyl records, so they re-released it on vinyl, which of course I did buy a copy of a couple of years ago. But yeah, it just peeved me off a bit. That's all. That you know, I was given no acknowledgement. So yeah, I'm thankful to my past self for leaving or doing that little bit of extra credit work at the end, because that is the only way people are going to know. So yeah, if you're going to do something like that, if you're really passionate about, put your name on it in any way, shape, or form, because that way, you know, people will know. Unless, of course, unfortunately, you know, nobody was being that much of a, you know, complete, you know, moron that they edited the or knew how editing software works, so they didn't know how to, you know, chop that little bit off, which was the credits at the end. But I'm grateful for that, because obviously people will now know that that video is mine. That was that was a video I made, you know, going on like near 15 years ago now. So again, you're very welcome for the free publicity. Just, you know, it wouldn't have killed you just to, you know, credit me for the creation. You know, you could have just, you know, just said Raccoons music video, Run With Us music video, brackets, credited by David Monid, end brackets. You know, that's that's what I was asking for. At the end of the day, that other idiot who re-uploaded it, you know, yeah, he didn't even bother getting rid of the .avi in the file name. So terrific. But yeah, but you know, Run With Us Productions, you know, you had no excuse. But then this is the same group of people who started giving us DVD releases and then stop, and then giving the Raccoons to ITV, on ITVX, which isn't that big of an issue, except of course you have to pay for it. But then there's no need to pay for it, because people here in the UK can watch the Raccoons anywhere, including on TV, because of course you can stream YouTube on TV, you know, entirely for free, via your channel, no less. So why ask money through ITVX Premium when people can watch it for free? It's just really baffling. You know, this again, I said, this is the same people we're dealing with here. The same people that didn't credit me for my fan-made music video are charging people who use one particular service when really they don't need to, because you can watch you can watch the same show for free on another service. It's just, you know, common sense. These people just have none of that. It's weird. Anyway, take care, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.